Quad Cities.
Hello, Quad Cities.
Okay, hello everybody. Thank you for coming to my speech for my last session of the Western Illinois University class. And today I'm going to be talking about the budget crisis of the state of Illinois, and we're at a budget impasse right now. So I'm going to start with a video. You can screen in on the video.
Illinois is broke and broken. And the politicians that got us into this mess, their solution is this: higher taxes, more spending, no real reforms. After decades of ignoring problems, it's time someone fixes them. Our balanced budget plan freezes property taxes, caps spending, creates jobs, and puts term limits on politicians. Our plan brings real reforms to Illinois. Their duct tape solutions won't work anymore. We will fix Illinois together.
This has been a promise over and over by Governor Rauner. The last 2 years we've been in a budget crisis with the state of Illinois, and this is the second year that we've been with the budget impasse through the state of Illinois due to Governor Rauner's lack of governing. There's a lot of controversy with this video regarding whether there's actual need for a commercial at this time, or if state money and taxes should be actually going to the budget versus making commercials. So I don't think that a commercial at this time is what is needed. Governor Rauner needs to be governing and do what he needs to do to pass a budget within the state of Illinois. So the lack of Illinois budget is affecting quality of life for Illinoisans in the areas of job security, services to the elderly and the disabled, and mothers with children. According to the Illinois Network of Centers for Independent Living, there are 22 centers in the state of Illinois, and we're lucky enough to have one locally in the Quad Cities that covers Rock Island, Mercer, Henry County, and provides advocacy, peer support, information and referral, transition services, and independent living skills. This Center for Independent Living is one of the centers of many across the state of Illinois that is in a crisis of losing funding and job security for staff that are in the centers. I recently sat in on a meeting in which a contingency plan is being put into place in case the budget impasse continues through July. These changes could be made as soon as July 1st, meaning that staff would be losing their jobs. Tension was thick. There's people from different backgrounds, single mothers, women who are widows, and they're all in different areas of life. So losing their job would definitely affect them. Some of them are single income families, and some of them, even if they're double income families, would still be affected by this threat. So the threats are real as they determine which staff at these centers for independent living are essential to provide services in the different counties that we provide. So staff losing hours as sole providers is definitely a problem. So people losing their jobs in the state of Illinois is not just happening with Centers for Independent Living. There's a lot of nonprofit organizations that are in jeopardy of closing their doors and people losing their jobs. However, the real crisis are the people that are being affected by the reduction of services across the state of Illinois. If more organizations are closed, so the center is just one. Another local agency, which is Western Illinois Area Agency on Aging, has already cut back services to seniors. They used to have a program called the Deflection Program, which provided home modification services for seniors in order to avoid them going into a nursing home or having to move out of their own home due to lack of adaptive services. So that service has already been cut back and eliminated, actually, not just cut back. According to Central Illinois Proud website, the budget impasse is also affecting the Child Care Assistance Program. That serves over 80,000 families in Illinois. Mothers are not aware at this time if they're going to need to have child care provided for them while they're working, and so that might cause a real crisis, meaning that they may not be able to go to work if they don't have child care services for their children. So United Way of the Quad Cities recently posted on their website, "We stand together today, businesses, labor, and human services, to implore legislators to work together in a serious and urgent fashion to resolve the budget impasse." Action is needed on behalf of citizens of Illinois. We need to be able to contact our local legislators with calls and letters. And if you're not able to do calls and letters and you're able to rally in Springfield, there's a lot of different rally opportunities for you to go to the Capitol and let your voice be heard about the problems and the crisis that the state of Illinois is in. Some of us might say, well, we're in this situation and there's absolutely nothing that we can do about it. Like I said, calling, letters, rallying are possibilities, but if you feel that those are not possibilities for you, you could also just be more aware in the future of what your voting action is. Be more aware of what your future vote is and how the history of your actions can affect the future positions of power. So before Governor Rauner was placed into his position, we had the ability to educate ourselves about what his positions were prior to that. So in the future, we need to educate ourselves about who we're putting in positions of power. Obviously, Governor Rauner is not someone who should have been put in a position of power. That's my opinion. And that is the opinions of many Illinoisans across the state due to the crisis that we are in. The current impasse is an indicator that the budget is hurting job security, people with disabilities, seniors, and working mothers. Enough is enough. We need a budget now. Call your legislators and advocate for the people that need to hear your voice. So many of us just feel that because it's not affecting us, we don't need to advocate, but that's not the case. Some people that are not able to need someone to advocate for them. So when you become educated on what is going on, then you have the power to advocate for others because now you're aware and now you're educated about the needs of other people. So as I mentioned before, the lack of Illinois budget is affecting the quality of life for Illinoisans in areas of job security, services to the elder and disabled, and mothers with children. Enough is enough. We need a budget, and we need a budget now. Thank you.